Jai Hind children, I welcome you all in today's live class of chemistry. Children, in last class, I have explained you about the formula, symbols and all. And I hope that you understood about them. Now today we'll discuss the next topic of the chapter, that is atomicity. The term atomicity, it simply indicates that the number of atoms, as the term is atomicity, it means that the number of atoms which are present in one molecule of any element. So that is termed as its atomicity. If only one atom will present in a molecule of an element, it will termed as monoatomic element, and if the two atoms are present in one molecule of an element, so it will termed as diatomic element. So children, remember that in our previous classes I have explained you that there are some elements which are existing independently in the nature, but most of the elements are not existing independently. They are found in combined form. Means more than two or more than two atoms get joined together, then they are existing in the nature. So on the basis of that number of atoms, their atomicities are decided. So here I have some of the examples of elements and their atomicity. The element helium, its atomicity will be 1. The symbol of helium He, and its formula means that the one molecule of helium contains one atom of helium. So the formula will be the same as their symbol. The second element is hydrogen. Its atomicity is 2, and the symbol of hydrogen is H, and the formula of one molecule of hydrogen will be H2 because its atomicity is 2. The next example is oxygen. Its atomicity is also 2. Symbol is O, and the formula will be O2 because the one molecule of oxygen is made up from two atoms of oxygen. Just like that, nitrogen, atomicity 2, symbol N, and formula N2. Chlorine also, atomicity is 2, the symbol Cl, and the formula Cl2. Next element is phosphorus. Its atomicity is 4. The symbol is phosphorus is P, but the formula of phosphorus means that one molecule of phosphorus is made up from 4 atoms. It contains 4 atoms of phosphorus. So that is why the atomicity of phosphorus is 4 and the formula is P4. The next element, sulfur. Its atomicity is 8. The symbol is S and the formula is S8. Means that one molecule of sulfur contains 8 atoms of sulfur. So that is why atomicity 8 and formula will be S8. So children, I hope that with the help of this table, you understood about the atomicity. Number of atoms present in one molecule of these elements. The one molecule of helium made up from one atom, the one molecule of hydrogen is made up from two atoms of hydrogen, the one molecule of oxygen is made up from two atoms of oxygen, the one molecule of nitrogen made up from two atoms of nitrogen, one molecule of chlorine made up from two atoms of chlorine, and the one molecule of phosphorus made up from four atoms of phosphorus, and the one molecule of sulfur is made up from eight atoms of sulfur. So these all indicates the atomicity of these elements, and simply the term used as monoatomic and diatomic. Monoatomic for those elements whose one molecule have one atom, and diatomic those whose one molecule contains two atoms. They will termed as diatomic, and these will termed as polyatomic, means more than two atoms are present in one molecule of these elements. So children, I hope that you understood about the atoms. Now come to the next topic. Our next topic is, what information does a formula give? Children, we already have explained you about the formula, and here the formula of the different compounds are going to provide certain information to us. So what are those information that you must have to know? So simply, the formula of any compound are going to provide the three information to us. So come to that, what are these three information one by one? The first information is the formula of any compound going to give us the information about the elements by which that compound is made up of. For example, hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid, it is a compound and its formula is HCl. So this formula of this compound is going to provide us the information, the first information, that this compound is made up from the two elements, and those elements are hydrogen and chlorine. Just like that. Carbon dioxide, its formula is CO2. So it's going to inform us that this compound is made up from the two different elements, and those elements are carbon and oxygen. Okay, children, I hope that you understood the first information which a formula is going to provide us. Now come to the second. The second information that a formula provides us is the number of atoms of the different elements which are present in a formula. As I told you that in this example, we have the two elements, that is hydrogen and chlorine. And here we have the two elements, that is carbon and oxygen. So what are their numbers present in the formula? A number of atoms present in the formula. So simply in the example of HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, as H indicate for one atom and Cl indicate also for one atom. So we can say that the formula HCl is going to inform us that in one molecule of HCl, the number of atoms of hydrogen is 1 and the number of atom of chlorine is also 1. And in carbon dioxide, as it also have the two elements carbon and oxygen, so this inform us that in one molecule of carbon dioxide the number of carbon atom is 1 and the number of oxygen atom is 2. That is why the formula is written CO2. So this indicates that the number of atom of oxygen is 2 and number of atom of carbon is 1 in one molecule of carbon dioxide. So this is the second information which is given by the formula. Now the third information, simply the molecules of that compound, as how many molecules of that compound is given. For example, if I have written HCl, so this indicates that one molecule of HCl, because the formula of one molecule of hydrochloric acid is HCl. And if I'm going to write 3HCl, so this will indicate that the three molecules of hydrochloric acid. If I will write here 5, so this will indicate 5 molecules of hydrochloric acid. And if nothing is written here, so this will indicate the one molecule of hydrochloric acid. So this formula of a particular compound also informs us that the number of molecules of that compound. So these are the three informations provided by the formula of any compound. Now here I have some more example. So just go through those examples. The first compound is hydrochloric acid, formula HCl, composition, that the number of atoms of different element. So the number of atom of hydrogen is 1 and the number of atom of fluorine is 1. So this one is the composition of this compound, and that is why the valency will be 1. Valency of fluorine will be 1. Now, children, I will explain you in detail about the valency after this table. The second example, water. Its formula H2O. The composition, hydrogen, number of atoms 2, and oxygen, number of atoms 1. And the valency of oxygen is here 2, because the one atom of oxygen is going to join with two atoms of hydrogen, and here in the first example the one atom of fluorine is going to join with one atom of hydrogen. So that is why the valency of fluorine will be 1 and the valency of oxygen here will be 2. The next example, ammonia. The composition is nitrogen, one atom, and hydrogen, three atoms. So we can say that this one atom of nitrogen is going to join with three atoms of hydrogen. So the valency of nitrogen will be 3. And sulfuric acid, the composition is hydrogen, which is of two atoms, and a group is there, sulfate group is there. Remember children, I have explained you about the group in our previous class. Certain groups are there who combined chemically with other elements and form the new compound. So the sulfate is a group who is going to join with hydrogen atoms to form a compound that is sulfuric acid. So the hydrogen atoms are 2 and the sulfate group is 1. So we can say that the valency of this sulfate group or sulfate means the one molecule of sulfate is going to join with two atoms of hydrogen. So valency of sulfate will be 2. So this chart is going to give us the complete information about the formula of compounds. It's have the composition means the different elements by which it is made up of and the number of those atoms are present in one molecule of these compounds. And finally the valencies of these elements are compounds. Now children, our next topic is valency. Here we'll discuss about the valency in detail. Valency. Valencies are those capacity of any element or a compound by which it can join with other elements or compound. So in simply we can say that the valency of any element or compound is the capacity to attach with others, or capacity to join with others elements or compound. That capacity is termed as their valency. If a element have the capacity to join with two different elements, so we can say that its valency will be 2. If an element who have the capacity to join with 5, so we can say that its valency will be 5. So these capacities of the different elements are termed as their valencies. And here I have a list of the different elements with their capacity. So with the help of this table, this list, you can understood about the valency. Hydrogen symbol, you already know that, H, and its valency is 1. Hydrogen, its valency is 1. Sodium, valency is 1. Potassium, the valency is 1. Copper, its valency is 1 or 2. Sometimes it show the valency 1 and sometimes it show the valency 2. So that is why the copper is found in two different forms. The first form whose valency is 1 and the second form whose valency is 2. So these examples indicate that the one atom of hydrogen can combine with one other element at a time because its valency will be 1 only. Just like that, the one atom of sodium can combine or can join with one other elements only at a time because its valency is 1. Now some more examples. Now mercury, its symbol is Hg, and its valency is also 1 or 2 because it's also found in two form just like the copper. The first form who have the valency 1 and the second who have the valency 2. Chlorine, its valency will be 1, iodine, the valency is 1, and the group nitrate, NO3, its valency is 1. You will remember that the nitrate is a compound, but this compound is going to join with other elements and form a new compound. So that is why this will termed as a group, and the name of this group is nitrate, and its valency will be 1. Some more examples. Children, just see that some more examples are here in which the valency of those elements are given. Iron, its valency is 2 or 3, means that they are going to show two different valency because they are found in two different forms. The first form whose valency is 2 and the second form of iron whose valency is 3. So we can say that the one atom of iron either can join with two different elements or three different elements. The valency of oxygen is 2. It means that the one atom of oxygen can join with two different elements. Valency of sulfur is 2, 4 or 6. Three different valencies are there. It means that they are found in three different forms and can join with the three different numbers of other elements. It can join with two different elements, the one molecule of one atom of sulfur. The one atom of sulfur can join with four elements, the one atom of sulfur can join with six elements because of their valency 2, 4 or 6. Sulfate, a group. The formula is SO4 and it has the valency 2. It means that the one molecule of sulfate can join with two other elements or two other compounds. The group carbonate also have the valency 2. This indicates for that the one molecule of carbonate can join with two different elements at a time. Aluminium, its valency is 3. It means that the one atom of aluminium can join with three other elements, three different elements. And the phosphate group PO4, it have the valency 3, means the one molecule of phosphate can join with three other elements at a time. And the carbon valency is 4, means the one molecule or the one atom of carbon can join with four different elements at a time because its valency is 4. So these all capacities to join with other elements by an element is termed as their valency. Children, just understood it like that, as we have our two hands, so we can carry the two things at a time. That is our capacity. Just like that, these elements have the capacity to join with the different numbers of elements, and that capacity is their valency. As here in the example you have written, oxygen have the valency 2. It means that the one atom of oxygen can join with two other elements because its capacity is only 2, not more than 2. So I hope that you understood these all valencies of the different elements. Now, thank you and have a nice day.